is on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He'll pull it down. Got the first down himself. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
On the ground, it's Cook. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Now rolling to the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot to them.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for space to the left. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Quarterback extends the play. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Johnson. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. down. Using his feet to buy time. Rolling on the run. He's got it inside the 15. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown, at least for now.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. A long way to go on 4th and goal. It's Wimsatt. Now sliding to his left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Here's the pressure. The throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Buying some time as he moves left. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds a crease at the 20. There he goes. Inside the 40, the 20, he's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off-play action on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off-play action. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes a grab for a big play. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. A full dive to haul that one in. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Wegman. Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as the offense tries to mount a drive.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Unleashes one. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Going to try to get it. Turning it on. Quick step and go. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Forced out of the pocket. Finds a man on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
He'll get rid of it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Beckman. Looking for an open area to his left. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Need. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Starts to scramble to the left. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Cougars. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They want to get the ball right back here in the 1st half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Looking to buy time. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that'll do it. Here in the 2nd quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
On the run, deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not his natural form. They don't make awkward body catches as gracefully as some of these other guys, and it's sometimes harder for them to stay on his feet. Let him work. Get him the ball in the chest. Nice job bailing out his QB, but the QB's got to return the favor.
Wants to fire on second down. Skips away from pressure. That's it, fly. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
It's caught downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into...
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He's got it for the two. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. On the move to his left. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man, it's Wimsatt. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Finds his man open. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this?
Well, they want the two, and the holder's going to try to throw it. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside, kick this thing, and try to maintain possession and just not give them the ball back. That's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they tried to add insult to injury.
Trying to beat the D deep. Completed. Very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Slings it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Recksteiner. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in, it's Petway. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative.
They fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. Push down for the tackle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Now he's going to throw back to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly. situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
To the air, it's Wimsatt. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. They want that clock to run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Tackled there by the defense. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, got enough space. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. And it's basically a block from the quarterback on the defensive player.
They'll try to add another to their lead. They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. And it's not going to work. They tried to trick him out of 2 points, and they'll get nothing in like it. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying down the left side. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, you would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Looking down. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, the ground game. He gets it inside the 25. They'll at the 24, not enough for the 1st down, and it's a 4th down decision time coming.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team, that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Runs through a tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. It's a fake going for the sticks. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Dukes will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Sluka. Still looking, on the move. All by himself.
The days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Inside his 5. They've got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. In the middle, it's Kyle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Extending the play. He's going to take off. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sluka. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with it. There he goes.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's got a chance. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dukes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Myers on the move. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to throw, it's Sluka. Quarterback adapting. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Dukes line it up with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up earlier, got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get it.
And they fake it. The holder looking for a man. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard. but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Moss. It's caught. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. He throws one to the left. Touchdown Cardinals! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He goes airborne, and he's in there for the 2-point conversion. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now rolling to the left. He'll pull it down and run. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to scramble. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got him. Got room at the 35. He's loose. He's at the 10. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. What he was thinking on that play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls.
Oh, the fake, and he wants to throw. Not out of trouble and throws. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. ready to go back on the attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing at a tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions at 4th.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Lacy. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking for space to the left. On the move, he fires. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's out past the 35. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on. It's
picked off, and they ruin the thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Now sliding to his left. He's turning it loose into the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Sluka, using his legs to buy some time. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Sanchez. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
To the air on 1st down. Steps away. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go with the quick touch pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coughlin, great execution.
Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To throw, it's Sluka. Now improvising. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving away from pressure. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.